NFL season between the Tennessee Titans and the Los Angeles Chargers. Michael Badgley ready to get us started, and off we go from SoFi Stadium. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Howard. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Well, if you pull up his college highlight reel, you will see no shortage of great throws, and here's one in his NFL debut for big yardage.
And this is going to be a big test early in his career. How accurate can he be on throws like this? If he keeps doing that, he's going to be just fine.
An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now the first carry for Darrington Evans. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
2nd down and 3. A handoff, running left, Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Titans are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They give to Johnson going right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Nash. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Herbert off of play action. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
First down run with Henry that time as he maneuvers forward for about 4 yards.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Howard now throwing on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Chargers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
A first down carry for Henry. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's Howard to throw on 2nd down. He finds Corey Davis. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Looking to throw. Howard going deep now for Herndon. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Five yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. This is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back?
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Allen! Tutu Atwell, 81 yards. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Off the play fake. Howard rolling to his left. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. On first down, it's Herbert. He gets it left side to Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Johnson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. To Johnson again. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a third and goal.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in. And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Back to throw. Howard. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Johnson running right. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 22.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Has a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 1st down, Henry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Good job, good job.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. To throw is Howard. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Open man left side. That's the tight end, Herndon. Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it, not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
3rd and 2. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And they'll run for it with Evans. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Looking to throw. Howard. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. 64 yards rushing for him in his 1st half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. There he goes inside the 30. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Give them 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Flushed out right. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage excellent there downfield, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Ty Long now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Again, it's Henry. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And this one is incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
To the 36 to pick up the first. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to. But a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been fourth down.
Exactly.
So that'll back him up 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Howard. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Out to the flat here for Johnson. Johnson, it's poked free. Football's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
69 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Working with a 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And now Chenault on the end around. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
On 1st down, Henry tried to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. he'll fight his way down right around the 12. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Howard to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Charger drive about to get going. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving.
And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The Charger drive about to get going. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. He finds his man complete. It's Buchanan. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Ty Long now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And take it right on the 30. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Over the middle, he's got Chenault.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
So a nice throw there. And, CD, I have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
You know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
106 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Some good games around the league here early in week one, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff to Evans.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Second and 7. Oh, they'll let the tight end Ingram run with it.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. The 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
McCann's kick up and good.
And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Bud Dupree in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert looking left side. He's got it complete. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. The catch and run good for 24 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Herbert on first down now. Throw left side complete. That's Buchanan. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing, Herbert. He finds his man complete. It's Buchanan. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 27-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Herbert. That's quickly to Atwell on the slant. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now Herbert. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. Henry, and he gets it down to the 32. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing Week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just